Take a few moments to get yourself in a comfortable position on your mat, removing any distractions, limiting the noise around you as best as you can, so that you can carve out this space and this time just for you. Now settle onto your mat in your child's pose position, with your knees wide, toes touch, bum stretches down towards your heels as your hands stretch forward. Separate your fingers so that you feel some space in between, and anchor down by pushing through your fingertips. Feel the sensation of the length of your spine along with the sensation of your breath. Now, your breath is the most important part of this practice. So with your inhale, lift your forehead, walk your hands to the right, and as you exhale, settle back down, letting your forehead rest. After a couple breaths, you'll lift your forehead once again with your inhale, and then walk to the left-hand side, and as you exhale, settle there. And then again, lift your forehead, walk yourself back to center, and then lift your body up, bring your knees out a little wider, and your bum comes down towards your heels. Now as you tip back, take your time. It's not about going deep. Just focus on the sensation in the front side of your body, keeping your knees anchored down to the ground. If you can come down onto your forearms, keep your shoulders back, and perhaps dropping the top of your head towards the floor. But if you find you've lost your ability to breathe, you've gone too far. In your next few breaths, gently bring yourself back up into a seated position. And this time, bring your knees together. Interlock your hands behind your back. Inhale to roll your shoulders back, lift your chin, and as you exhale, slowly fold forward, bringing your forehead towards the ground and lift your fists up off your back. Slow, deep, full body breaths here. Now, if you'd like to go deeper, you can lift up a little bit and bring the top of your head towards the ground. And as it anchors down, you can explore lifting your bum up off your heels. And gently bring yourself back into your seated position. Inhale to lift your arms up overhead, interlock your fingers, and tip to the right. Inhale to find center, and then exhale to tip to the left. Inhale for center, and then tip to the right a little further by dropping your right hand down. Inhale to center, and then tip to the left as you drop your left hand down. Bring your forearms down towards the floor in front of your knees. Anchor down through your palms and your elbows right below your shoulders. And step one foot and then the other foot back, finding your plank position. If you feel any pain in your low back, drop to your knees for a little more foundation. And if you do drop to your knees, you're going to hold where you are and focus on building the strength and stability. If you're still in your plank, you can walk your feet a little closer towards your elbows to tip your tailbone up high, finding your dolphin pose. Keep pushing down through your forearms as though those are your feet, feeling the connection to the earth. And then drop down onto your knees. Bring your bum towards your heels. Sit up tall. Right arm up, bend at your elbow. And then left hand down, bend at your elbow, interlock your fingers behind your back. Keep your low ribs tucked in, find a couple breaths there, and then switch. Try to get the back of your head into your top forearm. And again, being mindful of your low ribs, keep them tucked in, keeping the stretch in your shoulders. Aiming to get your chin neutral towards the ground, and then release. You can roll out your shoulders a couple times, rinse out your spine. And then we'll step our left foot forward, and your right knee bends with your foot next to your right hip. With your left foot flexed, focus on sitting up tall. Now, if you feel any pain in your right knee, you can keep your foot tucked underneath your bum or sit on a block. Otherwise, our goal is to have our foot to the outside of our right hip, so both sit bones are down on the ground. Just allow yourself to explore what it feels like to sit up tall in this position. Gently tip to the right so you can bend your left knee, and then sit your right bum cheek on your right heel. Drop your left shoulder to the inside of your left knee and wrap your left arm around your back and your right hand around your back, finding the bind. Keep rolling your shoulders back, creating space across your chest, and then exhale to release. Tip forward into your left foot, stand up, and then hug your right knee in towards your chest. Focus on your left foot, anchor it down. One tall root from your left hip down through your left foot. You can gently release your right knee and use your right fingertips to grab onto your right big toe. And as you reach through your heel, keep rooting down through your left foot and your shoulders stay back right above your hips. You can keep your knee bent if that feels better. Otherwise, you're keeping your leg straight, reaching through your heel. One more breath. And as you exhale, begin to hinge forward, release your foot, reach it back as you reach your hands forward for Warrior 3. Now, the closer your foot is towards the ground, you're going to keep your body up a little higher so that you have one tall line from your foot to the crown of your head. Now, slowly release as you pull your bum back again and reach your right foot forward, getting into a little bit of a pistol squat, and then step back and lunge forward with your left. Find a deep 45-degree angle with your back thigh as you allow your weight to hinge forward. Then gently bring your hands onto your left thigh to assist in lifting your body up. Shoulders stay back, low ribs stay tucked in. Take a deep inhale as you wrap your fingers behind the base of your skull, elbows out wide, and tip back as you push your head into your hands. Keep hinging forward, rolling back, and lifting up through your heart. Next inhale, bring yourself back to a neutral position. Hands come down to frame your front foot, and then shift your weight back for half Hanuman. Option here is to lift your back knee. Anchor down through your front heel and your back toe pad. Hug your left hip back, squeeze your thighs together. Bow your head towards your right knee. And then exhale. Hinge forward, all of your weight into your left foot as you kick up your right for your standing splits. All four corners of your left foot pushing into the ground as you allow your head to hang heavy. And then exhale, drop your right foot next to your left. Find a halfway lift and exhale, forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift, reach through your crown. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, big step back into your high plank. Tip forward into your chaturanga, cobra or up dog. And with your exhale, back into your down dog. Inhale forward into your high plank and then drop down onto your forearms once again, aiming to get your hips level with your shoulders. If you feel your back collapsing, drop to your knees. As you keep squeezing in towards center, reach through your heels, push down through your forearms, and then walk your feet in towards your elbows, keeping your shoulders right above your elbows and your tailbone tips up high. Anchoring down into the earth to create the stability you need. Stay with your breath. And then exhale, drop down to your knees. Bring your body up. Hands forward, roll your shoulders back. And then right arm under left, wrapping once for shoulders or twice to touch palms. Lift your elbows up as you squeeze your arms together, keeping your low ribs tucked in. And then exhale to release, hands forward, shoulders back, and then opposite, left arm under right. Wrap once for shoulders or twice to touch palms. Squeeze your arms together as you lift your elbows and find a little back bend. With your exhale, bring yourself back to center and release. And then bring your right foot forward. Left foot tucks to the outside of your left hip. Again, on this side, you can sit on your left heel or sit up on a block. Otherwise, your left foot is on the outside of your hip and your right foot is reaching forward, engaged. Now work on just sitting up tall in this position, noticing the sensation in your left thigh and hip flexor, and using your breath to find that calm. And then bring your weight over to the left to sit directly on your left heel. Bend into your right knee, plant your foot. Right shoulder drops to the inside of your right knee. Wrap your hand around your leg, and then left hand around your back, finding the bind and the twist. Keep your low ribs tucked in, twisting from the center of your core, rolling your top shoulder back. And then exhale, release. Tip forward all of your weight into your right foot, stand up, and lift your left knee in towards your chest as you focus on the foundation in your right leg. Anchor down, engage, squeeze in as you push your foot in towards the floor. And then either keep your knee where it is or piece fingers of your left hand to your left big toe, reach through your heel. Keep working on dropping your left hip down so your hips stay in alignment. Either keeping your right hand on your hip, or you can lift it up and work on your balance, extending your hand to the side or up overhead. One more breath. With your exhale, release your left foot, tip forward. Reach your left heel back as you reach your hands forward, finding that perfect T shape. Now again, if your foot is close towards the ground, keep your body up, finding that tall line from crown to heel. Low belly stays pulled in tight, helping with your stability and your balance. With your next inhale, begin to stand, and then reach your left foot forward as you pull your bum back, finding your pistol squat on this side. Exhale, drop your hands down, big step forward with your right, and left knee is back for your low lunge position. Take a few breaths here as you settle a little closer towards the ground. When you're ready with your next inhale, your hands come up to your top thigh, lifting your body, and then to the back of your skull. Interlock your fingers, reach your elbows wide, low ribs tuck in. As you shift forward, you lift up, express your heart up towards the sky, and push the back of your head into your palms. Next inhale, bring yourself back to neutral. Hands come down to frame your front foot as you shift your weight back. Now again, option on this side to have your back knee elevated, anchoring down through your front heel and back toe pad. And then with your next breath, step forward, kick up your back leg for standing splits. Reach it up high as you allow your head to hang heavy. And then exhale, big step back. Now your left foot lands so it is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Windmill your arms up for your warrior two position. Your front knee is right above your ankle and anchor down through all four corners of both feet as you relax your shoulders and get your body perpendicular to the floor. Find a deep inhale, and as you exhale, tip back for your exalted warrior. Inhale to neutral and exhale, tip forward for extended. Now in your extended position, push your right shoulder into your right thigh. And then inhale, stand up straight in your front leg, hinge forward, and tip for Trikonasana. Low ribs stay tucked in as you push down through both feet, legs are engaged. Lifting your top hand up towards the sky to stack your shoulders. Push down through both feet, inhale, bring yourself all the way back up, and then bring your feet to parallel. Nice wide stance, inhale, lift up, and as you exhale, you're gonna hinge forward, hands down towards the ground. You can stay here just exploring your forward fold, otherwise we'll move into our tripod headstand. Walk your hands underneath your legs, find a 90-degree angle in your elbows, squeeze your forearms together energetically as you push down through your fingertips. More weight into your hands. Slowly engage as you lift your feet, finding a little bit of buoyancy, and then reach them up towards the sky. Squeeze your thighs together as you reach up through your heels. Keep squeezing your forearms together, and then as you exhale, slowly drop your heels down where they had lifted up. Then we'll turn to the other side, so your left toes turn out, your right foot stays parallel to the short edge. Windmill your arms up into your warrior two. Soften your upper body as your lower body engages, connects with the earth. Deep flows of breath, inhale, and as you exhale, exalted, tip back, reach up, lengthen. Inhale, neutral. Exhale to extended. Your left hand comes down to the inside of your left foot. Push your shoulder into your leg. Engage, squeeze as your top fingers reach up towards the sky. Next, inhale, lift up, straighten both legs, hinge forward. Exhale into Trikonasana. Keep pushing down through both feet. Your legs are on fire here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, all the way back up. Then find your wide-legged forward fold position again. Feet parallel. Inhale, interlock your fingers behind your back, and exhale, forward fold. Let your head hang as your fists reach towards the floor over your head. Let go with each exhale. With your next exhale, drop your hands down underneath your shoulders. Shift your weight towards the right, and then step back into your down dog. Spread your fingers, let your head hang heavy. Tip your tailbone up high. Inhale for high plank. Tip forward, shoulders over fingertips. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Roll your shoulders back, heart up. Exhale, down dog. With your next inhale, you're going to lift your right leg up high to the sky. Reach through your heel. And then exhale, tuck your knee towards your nose, curve your spine. Inhale, lift up, lengthen. Exhale, come forward, tap your right tricep. Inhale, lift up again. And now across your body, tap your left tricep. Inhale, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose, curve your spine. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, right tricep, tap, squeeze. And then over to the left tricep. Keep your hips lifted over to the right tricep. Keep squeezing in, lift your leg back up. Exhale to the left tricep, squeeze over to the right tricep, squeeze over to the left tricep. Inhale, reach your foot all the way back up. And with your next exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Right tricep. Inhale, lengthen, lift. Left tricep. Pause here, hold, or twist over. Right hand stays down, left hand up, turning onto the big toe mound of your left foot. Finding your fallen star if that feels good. Opening up into your back bend. Take your time. Next inhale, you're going to lift your bottom leg and then twist back over into your three-legged dog. Right leg up high to the sky. And then flip your dog. Bend your knee, keep your hips stacked, and then roll over. Inhale to bring yourself into your side plank. You can stack your feet, stagger them, or drop your bottom knee. Otherwise, big toe into your right peace fingers. Then turn your eyes to the top right corner of your mat. Gently guide your right foot to land. For your Alanasana, crescent lunge, back heel lifted, squeeze, inhale, lift up, right hip back, left hip forward, low ribs stay tucked in, reach your arms up as you express through your fingertips, stay with your breath. Next inhale, straighten through your front leg, hug your hips back, and exhale, forward fold. Stay up high on your back heel so both legs are straight, long, lengthened. Let your head hang heavy as you push down through both feet, keeping your upper body a little more mobile. With your exhale, you can bend into your front knee and then step back to find your down dog. We'll move into some bunny hops or handstand kicks. So take your time to kick up one leg, find some balance, land with the other. See if you can get some hang time. If you're new to handstand, then just practice bringing more weight into your hands as you keep your shoulders over your wrists. Taking your time to slowly build into lifting one foot and then the other. And then exhale and find your child's pose for a little bit of recovery. Let your body lay heavy in between your thighs as you focus on your breath. When you're ready, you can bring yourself into your tabletop and into your down dog. And then left leg up high to the sky with your inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, left tricep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right tricep. Inhale, lift. Lengthen, reach through your heel. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left tricep, hold, move it to the right tricep, back to the left tricep, and then inhale, lift up, lengthen. Exhale, come to your right tricep, squeeze over to the left, back over to the right. Inhale, lift your left leg up high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, fill your lungs, lift. Exhale, right over to the right, and then finding your side plank. You can keep your leg lifted or drop it down, find your fallen star, expressing through your heart. And then lift your bottom leg to twist over into your three-legged dog once again. Left leg up high to the sky, bend your knees, stack your hips. You can hold here or flip your dog. Lift your heart up. Express, lift your hips. Feel the stability from the ground, the strength of your breath. Back into your right side plank. You can stack or stagger your feet or drop your bottom knee. Otherwise, you're lifting your leg up, peace fingers to big toe. Keep your hips up high, core is engaged. Turn your eyes to the top left corner of your mat. Gently guide your left foot to land. Position yourself for crescent lunge. Inhale all the way up. Your left hip squeezes back as your right hip comes slightly forward. Left knee above your left ankle. Feel the support of the ground as your breath lifts your body, lengthens your spine, creates some space in your mind. With your next inhale, hug your hips back, straighten through your front leg, and bow forward. Let your head hang heavy as you focus on the back sides of both legs. Breathe in space. Breathe in length. With your next exhale, bend into your front knee and then step back for your down dog. Bring your weight over your wrists once again, and we'll do our handstand kicks. Perhaps going a little deeper this time, practicing that balance and that bounce, finding the hang time, being okay if you fall. This is how we learn, this is how we grow. Within your next couple of breaths, make your way back down into your child's pose. Give your body a few moments to just relax and release and let yourself feel good about your discipline, your effort, your attention, and your surrender. When you're ready, you can bring yourself up into a seated position with your knees bent and feet on the floor. We'll make our way down to our back. Reach your hands forward, lengthen your spine with your inhale, and then slowly roll back one vertebra at a time. Once your head lands down, hug your knees in towards your chest. You can rock side to side or draw some figure eights or hold still. I'm going to move into some back bending. We'll start with our low bridge. Have your feet close towards your bum and your feet hip distance, hands down by your side. Now push down through both feet to lift your hips and then roll your shoulders underneath your back. Interlock your fingers. Push down through your triceps to lift your hips a little higher. Bring your heart towards your chin. Keep that energetic hugging in of your shins and thighs as you push down into the ground with your shoulders and your feet. One more full inhale. As you exhale, gently lower down. And then you can hug your knees in towards your chest or find your happy baby, peace fingers to big toes, or grab onto your arches. Your elbows on the inside of your knees, and as you pull down, keep your knees wide, bottoms of your feet reaching up towards the sky. You can find some movement side to side or hold still. Now we'll move into wheel pose. You can stay with low bridge if that's what serves you today. Otherwise, it's the same setup in terms of where our body is positioned, except our hands come overhead. Fingertips point towards your shoulders. Anchor down through your palms. Push down to get the top of your head on the mat. And from there, if you need to reposition your hands, please do so. And then push all the way up. Expand across your chest. Lift your hips, your heart. Keep that energetic hugging in of your thighs and shins. Can you reach your heart through the frame of your shoulders? One more breath. Gentle release down with your exhale as you hug your knees in towards your chest or find another happy baby. Some gentle movement or some gentle stillness. Now we're going to do one more wheel, but again, you can stay in your low bridge or move back to your low bridge. You can stay in the wheel that we just did. Otherwise, we're going to explore another variation. So same setup, hands over shoulders, push down, get your head in position, your hands shoulder distance, and then all the way up. Now walk your feet closer together. And as you squeeze your right thigh, push down through your right foot, lift your left foot up high. Point and flex your foot like a Barbie doll as you reach through the toe pad. And then exhale, bend your left knee, gently drop your left foot down. Find your balance here. Engage your left leg. Squeeze in, push down, and then lift your right foot up high. Reach through the toe pad, engage and flex. Keep your leg as straight as possible. With your exhale, bend your knee, drop your foot down, bring your feet to hip distance, and with your exhale, a gentle release down towards the ground. You can hug your knees in towards your chest again. Find a teepee pose or a happy baby, giving your body what it needs as a counter pose to these deep back bends. A few breaths just to ground yourself, to give your body an opportunity to integrate the energy and the opening that you are inviting in. We're going to move into a shoulder stand and potentially a plow pose if that's where your body wants to go today. Hands down by your side. You're going to lift your hips and get your hands right onto the base of your hips. As you reach up through your feet, you can walk your hands a little further towards your shoulders, aiming to stack your hips, your knees, and your feet over your shoulders. Now energetically hugging in through your biceps underneath your back as you push down and squeeze in. Now you're welcome to stay here, reaching up through your feet. Do not move your head side to side in this position. Keep anchoring down through your shoulders. And if you'd like to explore plow, you can bend your knees, bring your knees to your forehead, and then gently drop your feet overhead. Now only if your feet touch down can you bring your hands off your back and interlock to push your triceps and forearms into the ground. Otherwise, keep your hands as support on your low back. I like to turn this into a foot stretch by bringing the shoelace side of my feet down on the ground. Find a few breaths in this position, and then just as gently and mindfully as we went in, we roll ourselves out, one vertebra at a time. Once your full spine is flat on the ground, keep a gentle bend into your knees, walk your feet wide, drop your knees together, bring your hands overhead or on your body for a few breaths of recovery, surrender, pleasure of stillness. And after a couple breaths there, gently roll over to one side or the other and bring yourself into a tabletop position to rinse out your spine with some cat-cows. Take your time here. Moving side to side, forward and back. We're going to move into one more inversion, doing a headstand. So interlock your fingers. Release your bottom pinky to come in front of the other pinky. And then your elbows are below your shoulders, so shoulder distance. Anchor down through your forearms as the top of your head lands in between. And then gently bring your weight forward so all of your weight comes over your shoulders. And then explore with pushing down, squeezing in to lift up. You're welcome to use a wall if you need a little bit of support. Otherwise, just make sure there's space for you to fall gently out of this. The more you push down through your forearms, the more stable you're going to feel. Squeeze your thighs together as you reach up through your heels, keeping that engagement through your body. After a few breaths, gently bring yourself back down to your child's pose, knees together, forehead down. Your hands can stretch past your toes. Let your weight be heavy on your thighs. One more breath. And then gently roll yourself onto your back once again. Once on your back, hug your knees in towards your chest. And then reach your hands out wide into a T or a cactus position. Point your knees straight up and your shins parallel to the ground. Find a deep inhale, and as you exhale, drop your knees to the left. Stack your hips, your knees, and your ankles. Take a deep inhale to feel the length of your spine. Let your right shoulder and right ear melt towards the ground. A few full body breaths here as you feel yourself rinse from the inside out. using this time to notice where your mind is going, or to allow yourself to just enjoy an open, expansive mind. You can invite in some mindful movement by inhaling to reach your right hand over towards your left and exhaling to open up, dropping your right shoulder towards the ground. You can engage in that mindful movement 3 to 6 times. When you're ready, no rush, bring yourself back to center, flat on your spine, hug your knees in towards your chest. And then bring your arms out wide, T or cactus. Inhale for your knees up, shins parallel to the floor, and exhale, drop to the right. And once you stack your hips, knees, and ankles, take a deep inhale to lengthen your spine a little more and feel your left shoulder and left ear melt towards the ground. Enjoying a few breaths. It's allowing yourself to be who and where you are right now. And if it felt good on the other side, you can engage with that mindful movement. Your inhale is to feel the length of your left arm reaching through your fingertips, and your exhale is to roll and bring your left hand towards your right hand. Inhale to peel your left shoulder back, reach through your fingertips, and exhale to curl in 3 to 6 times. Once you feel complete on this side, bring your spine back to neutral, hug your knees in towards your chest, and then find a happy baby. Peace fingers to big toes or grab onto your arches, knees wide. Pull your feet down as you reach your feet up. Allow this to be a little more passive as you feel your body become heavier with each exhale. And then drop your feet down for Supta Baddha Konasana, knees wide, bottoms of your feet together. Get yourself as comfortable as possible here, ensuring your knees are in alignment, that your heels are stretching straight past your pubic bone. You can have your hands by your side or on your body or overhead. Just tune into the pleasure of your own breath. And trust that the more you just create space to feel your being, to choose who you're being, to practice who you're being, to show up in this being, the more you do that, the less you need to worry about doing. When you are aligned in your being, you will be more efficient. The motivation you need will be there. You will complete your projects. You will show up as the empowered, purposeful, powerful person that you have the privilege of being. The practice of yoga is about getting out of our own way, calming the distractions of our mind so that we can step fully into our best self state and create the impact that we desire to have. Let this moment serve as your energetic fuel station. Each breath is bringing in exactly what you need and clearing space. So stay here as long as you desire. And only when you're ready, invite in some gentle movement. Find some stretches that wake your body up. And step fully into your day. This moment is your life. And it is perfectly imperfect as it is. Namaste.